Guys, I'm just Jershin, and welcome back to the finale of March Madness Season 2. Hope you guys have enjoyed the last couple weeks of content. I know that a lot of the videos were very backloaded in March. It's been a busy couple weeks and a busy couple of months for me, to be honest, but I'm glad. Well, I'm saying this right now, hoping that the video, you can tell by shirt, hoping that this video makes it up by March 31st. But if we were able to get them all up, I'm glad we were still able to squeeze them all in the course of March. Hopefully by the time next March rolls around, my life has some semblance of normalcy to it. However, we'll worry about that stuff later. Today we're here to wrap up March Madness Season 2, the Gym Leader edition of March Madness, with what I think might be the strongest assortment of gym leaders in any region. That is correct. We are finishing things off. Gen 8, the Galar region, the newest region. I'll tell you what, the more I play these games, the more I think about these games and let them sit, it's weird. Typically when like your favorite band comes out with a new album or a new game comes out, your hype at the beginning is like here. Like, I think music is a great example. Your favorite artist comes out with some new songs, you listen to it, you're like, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. 2 or 3 years later, you go, that song was okay. I'm fine with that song. Sword and Shield have had an interesting, I was obviously very hyped when they first dropped, but it's a weird situation where my appreciation for these games has only gone up the longer that it's been since they've been out. They're like appreciating over time. It's kind of wild. And I think a big part of that is the amazing job that they've done with these characters in this game. The gym leaders, the champion, the chairman, all of the side characters, they show up so much over the course of your journey. I know some people don't care about Pokemon for the story. I'm not huge on the story either. I usually just like building fun teams, but you really get to see these characters shine outside of their natural habitat, and not just in the game itself, be between this and the Pokemon TCG series and what is it, Gale Wings and all of the fancy animated stuff they're doing online and on YouTube. These characters have really shined over the course of the last couple of years, or however long Pokemon Sword and Shield has been out, and I think they're very strong because of that. Now, we're going to be doing 2 brackets today, one for both Sword and one for Shield. Granted, there's only like 2 gym leaders switched between the 2 of them, but it's still probably worth doing. Now, I played Sword first, which is why we're starting here with the Pokemon Sword gym leaders. I don't anticipate the brackets to be too different between both Sword and Shield, so the Shield bracket will probably go pretty quick. And I'm more familiar with the Sword characters in general, or at least one of them, because that's the one I played more. All right, let's start up in the top left. We've got the first gym leader, the grass type gym leader, Milo. And we've got the 8th gym leader, the dragon type. I almost called you Duraludon. That's the Pokemon you have. Your name is Raihan. Okay, Raihan is like, I love, okay, I'm gonna give it to Raihan. This one's pretty easy for me. I'm gonna give it to Raihan here. I love the like snarky internet influencer personality that they gave to this guy. He walks around like a famous TikTok star. He's constantly got his Rotom phone out, taking selfies and recording him wherever he goes. I can just hear him doing the savage. That's not a thing on TikTok anymore. Why'd I pick a trend from 9 months ago? I don't know. I'm on TikTok like 6 hours a day. You think I'd have a more recent one? Raihan made beans, something like that. You know, I could just see him recording them kind of classics, and it's a very like sarcastic personality, but I really like that they gave it to him. Milo, he doesn't have a nose, and that kind of freaks me out. No offense to like the Voldemorts of the world, but that kind of freaks me out a little bit when every other character does, and he's just, you know, got completely flat front of his face. It's odd to me. Sorry, I got work emails popping off to the right, which is very upsetting to me, but we're gonna get through this. He's very like, I love that he's like, I don't know, it's weird. He's got like muscular body of like a 25-year-old and then the face of a child. He's just got some interesting stuff going on. I think Milo's great. Don't get me wrong. I do love Milo, but Raihan's the winner. Okay, this bottom left is a sick joke. I don't even know your name. I don't even know what your name is because I cared about your gym that little. And especially in comparison to the queen herself, Nessa, you are not even getting close. Gordon, I think your name is? Gordon? Something like that? Something with rocks. I don't know. Are you rock type or ground type? Pretty sure you're rock type. Doesn't matter. There's no way in any shape, planet, anything close to it. Those who know me, those that have been around the channel know. They know. They also should know that this dude's not going to have a chance on planet Earth. He's one of these sword exclusives, by the way. So when we do the shield bracket, may get some different results here. Okay, if they're still going up against Nessa, they will not be getting different results. But like in theory, they could. But this is like, he doesn't show up anywhere else in the game. And I get that they probably had to do that because he is one of the unique exclusive gym leaders. So they would have had to like completely change up the stories for him to show up between sword and shield. So they wanted to keep that the same. So like him and then B, who also shows up in the only in Pokemon sword, doesn't really appear in the story either. So I get why he doesn't, but I just don't have as much of a personal connection to you. Now, it's ironic because the exact reason I just said that good old Gordon over here isn't going to make it to the next round. I know that B also does not really show up outside of her gym battle. However, her character design is so dang good. Her, what did I say, Gale Wings? I think I meant Twilight Wings. I believe Twilight Wings is the name of the animated series. Her Twilight Wings short, where she's out training with her Machops, Machokes, and Machamps, and she's doing more one-arm push-ups than Machamp can do, and eventually I think the Machamp like breaks her arm or something, and they have to like huddle in a cave. It's so adorable. It's really, really good. I think her personality shines tremendously, and her character design is flawless. Opal's kind of funny. Opal's a little funny. You've got this strange old lady obsessed with purple and pink. I'm not gonna lie, her gym challenge felt a little phoned in. They were just like, it's not even like Blaine's trivia. It's just like standing on a stage and getting, like, I'm going through the job interview process right now. I don't need to experience that kind of torment within my video games as well. I do think it was cool that she quizzed you like mid-battle and you could get damage buffs based on if you answered correctly or incorrectly. That was a nice little twist, and she's definitely got some good comedic moments throughout the story, where she just kind of like shows up randomly, sneaks up on you, and then the camera zooms and boom. But I'm gonna give it to B 100%. And then we have Piers versus Kabu. Kabu, why did I almost forget your name? Kabu's name made me think. I got confused because it sounds like a Gen 7 name. You got like Kabu and Habu and Hala and Nanu. Kabu, I believe is your name, is like an amalgamation of all of those characters together. Not his personality, but his name. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm gonna give this one to Piers. Kabu is a little boring. His gym trial is cool. I like catching the Pokemon to get points. I like that you can catch a Sizzlypede in his gym and that he has a Centiskorch. His Gigantamax. He's the first Pokemon gym leader to actually Gigantamax instead of just Dynamaxing, which I do really like. I think it's a nice touch. Piers' gym, on the other hand, is unique in the fact that you can't Dynamax or Gigantamax at all. It's in a kind of a rundown city. They don't have the technology, I suppose, to set up a Dynamax arena. And there's something cool about like the underground. As silly as I think Team Yell is, I in fact think they're kind of bad and not very interesting. It's at least cool, that he's the kind of the ringleader, the organizer of it, the connection to Marnie. I think Piers is a really, really good character. Over to the left, we have Raihan versus Nessa. It's rather easy once again, I hate to say it. There's pretty much nobody that's gonna... There's pretty much nobody that's gonna get anywhere close to my queen here. It's not for that. She has a Dreadnought, which I think is really good. The puzzle in the water gym is really good. Are those most of the reasons? Yes, but that's still fine. Raihan probably has a little bit more of a personality, I would say, than Nessa does. But that's not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. He's a little bit maybe more interesting in character, but I can't do it. Now we move over to the right, where we've got B and Piers. And once again, I would say Piers probably has a little bit more characterization, personality, maybe a little bit more interesting as a whole, and certainly has more impact on the story itself than B does. However, I'm gonna give it to B. Okay, here's the thing. I don't love the pinstripey purple, white, team yell design on Piers, and his hair is a little strange. I do like that he's like almost like a Gene Simmons Kiss-esque rock star. I think that's a pretty solid design idea. Some of the execution is weird. However, he has a sick full art rainbow rare Pokemon card, so I'll give him that. Okay, our finals is going to be Nessa versus B. I'm pretty sure everybody that knows me and watched this pretty much knew that that's where it was gonna go, and I'm pretty sure everyone that watches this and knows me knows exactly where it's gonna go, and that is that Nessa's gonna be the champion of the world, because I think she's got a really nice color palette. The design of the character is really, really good. She's got those shoes that have like the inner tube floaties on them. Look, everything about her is really good. I know she's only the second gym leader, maybe not that exciting. Water type, no, she's awesome. I'm a big fan personally. I also don't forget all these guys come back when you're doing your championship tour at the end, and I think that's awesome. All right, so that is our Pokemon Sword, the one that I played first, tier list. However, we still have to do our Pokemon Shield bracket, which again is not that different. Although the orders are switched up if you see them here, they're not exactly in the same order here. I think most of these are going to be pretty easy decisions based on what we saw last time. The toughest decision, let's go ahead and get into the toughest decision, which is up here in the top left. We've got the Ghost type trainer Alistair. Creepy, walks or uses the Ghost type, wears the mask, very creepy aesthetic. Then we've got Melanie, I believe your name is. Again, I'm less familiar with Pokemon Shield than Pokemon Sword. I can tell you Melanie is 5,000 times better than Gordo. or whoever the rock type nerd is. I don't even know what he's supposed to be or what he's supposed to do. Melanie looks like she gives fantastic hugs. Alistair, I do not have as much of a desire to hug, to be honest with you. And it's a little tough that these two are stacked up. The two Pokemon Shield exclusives. Who's gonna come out on top? This boy's got a Mimikyu, which is pretty great. I do love Frostmoth. She's got the Gigantamax Lapras, which is really sick. You've got the Gigantamax Gengar. I gotta give it to Alistair. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Melanie. Based on all of my choices up to this point, you would have thought that Melanie was gonna be a slam dunk to make it to the finals. I'm sorry to say that in this particular case, his Pokemon are just too cool. The Ghost Gym, I know it's just a reskin of the Fighting Gym, the B Gym with the little cars that go spinny spin, but I think it's still really good. And he's got a great team and some interesting personality, like very creepy aura, and I dig that. Down here, Opal, of course, is going to get crushed by Piers. Milo, of course, is going to get crushed by Nessa. Raihan is going to get crushed. No, Raihan is going to crush Kabu, of course. Nessa's going to crush Raihan. We already saw that in the Pokemon Sword trailer. Dark type versus Ghost type. Dark type versus Ghost type. Dude, I really like Alistair. I think it's a really, really good design. I'm gonna give it to Alistair, I hate to say it. And then of course he stands, no, my queen, stands no chance against Nessa. So Nessa's gonna go ahead and take, unlike in Gen 5 when we had different results between Black and White and Black 2, White 2, of course we're gonna have same results here between Pokemon Sword and Shield because it's Nessa. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider showing some support down below, liking, commenting, subscribing, help out a great to share with your grandmother as always. I cannot believe we got all these done in the month of March. I mean, it's not like it's that crazy a feat, but considering we squeezed them in like 9 days, I'm pretty proud of it. Hey, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys hopefully soon for some cool stuff. Isaac Repentance is coming out. Maybe do some of that. Maybe some Pokemon series on the horizon. I don't know. Life's still a little hectic, and I'm trying to figure it out. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys, whatever.